welcome back to my channel and to my bedroom. If you are new here, we do occasionally come into this room. This is where I do my beauty reviews, my makeup reviews, because the lighting is completely natural. I'm not being bleached out by the studio light, so hopefully you're going to see the best texture and the best version of the makeup today. As I mentioned in last week's video, this week is a full face of Delilah Cosmetics makeup. I cannot tell you how excited I am and how much I've been looking forward to doing this video, because obviously once then I've got that on my face, it will all be going into my everyday makeup. I can pretty much guarantee that. Today, ladies, this video not only is sponsored by Delilah, we are also being sponsored by Wild. Now, you've probably all heard of Wild. It's another huge fave brand of mine. I don't think many people get excited about deodorants, but I've got to be honest with you, it's the only deodorant brand that I've ever been excited about. In this case, I've had for years. This was actually my first ever collaboration with Wild, so it shows you that this has lasted, well, I mean, it must have been 3.5 years ago that I first collabed with them. At the time, they were very much focused on the solid colours and the personalisation as well, so you can get any of their deodorant cases personalised, which is fab. If you live in a house full of girls, I'm guessing that could be actually quite useful. This is refillable, and as part of my subscription, I get refills sent to me to my house on a regular basis, so they offer subscriptions as well. However, they don't just do plain coloured cases anymore. They create the most beautiful deodorant cases. Beautiful and deodorant, you don't normally kind of marry up, but I can tell you they really, really do. Currently on the website, they've got 13 cases to choose from, so that's solid coloured ones, but also they do a lot of collaborating with artists, with designers, and these two, oh my gosh. This one is their sunflower case, which is absolutely gorgeous. Let me just show you the colour of the inside there. So that is a refillable stick deodorant, and then you have the Emma Bridgewater one, which proved hugely popular as well. Now, like I said, they are limited edition. All of these patterns, they're not on the website forever. They swap, they change, they're trying different collaborations, and that's what's really, really exciting about this brand. But look at the bees on this one. So unbelievably pretty. And then you've got that beautiful cornflower blue inside as well. And of course, with all of those, you get to choose whatever smelling refills you want. You can chop and change with your subscriptions. This is another fab thing. They just offer so many different smells. If you like a flowery smell, coconut, almond, Sicilian summer, wildflower bloom. I'll come on to this one in a minute. All of their deodorant refills are biodegradable. They're aluminium, salt, and paraben free. They're 95% natural. It adds a little bit of excitement to your deodorant order, but you're doing a massively good thing for the planet as well. Their most recent case, ladies, is their Cath Kidston Wild Bloom. As a deodorant case, ladies, you cannot beat that. Isn't that just a piece of art? You got the typical marble ditzy print from Cath Kidston. With this one, ladies, I'm actually going to show you how you refill. You don't have to go for this one, but it is a suggested fragrance for the Cath Kidston range. You literally pop it out like so. The smells are absolutely beautiful. All you do, ladies, is you pop the refill on top of here, nice and firmly, pop it back down until it clicks, and then you twist, and you're ready to go. 24-hour protection as well, ladies, which is obviously very important. That smell it's like a perfume. Now, because they've brought out the Cath Kidston range, they didn't just do it in the stick deodorant. They've also brought out, and this is new in its entirety to Wild, is their roll-on deodorant. So now they've covered both areas. Take off the lid just by twisting it, and this is reusable. This is the whole point of this. It's reusable. You can have this for years. You literally pull the roller off, you have an empty aluminium casing. These are the refills. Give it a good shake, twist off the top, pick back up the roller, twist it on, and pop it back in the case, pressing firmly, and there you have it. You have your roll-on, your reusable roll-on, and like all the other stick deodorants, you can choose your smell. Absolutely amazing. Whatever your preference, these are reusable, so much kinder to the environment. And of course, I don't feel like I need to say this anymore, because you know about my channel. I only support cruelty-free brands, and this isn't just cruelty-free, it's vegan as well. So amazing. Of course, I have a discount code for you, ladies. It's all the ladies 20, so you get 20% off your entire order. If you follow the link down below and apply all the ladies 20 in the discount code bar, you will get 20% off any order that you do on the website. Right, ladies, let's get some makeup on this face, because I'm feeling quite naked, I must say. So this collaboration this week is by Delilah Cosmetics. This is the bad boy that started me on my journey of love with Delilah. Their time Time Frame foundation in the shade Pebble. Had a spa day about 4 years ago, and I realized I'd left my makeup bag at home. And you know, quite a lot of these nice spas, they have a little kind of area display of makeup. I'd seen the brand Delilah. I had never tried any of their products at all. So I had a quick go at all the testers, found what I thought was my shade. In fact, I remember thinking at the time, wow, that has a really good undertone, like just what I've been looking for. This could be the one, you know? Anyway, 4.5 years on, I'm still using the foundation. And as soon as this goes down, it gets reordered. Now, in this video, there's a lot of other products I have not tried, which is going to be exciting. I'll be trying them out for the first time with you. You know, sometimes with brands, there's key products that we absolutely love and others that we're not that bothered about. Generally, I think I'm going to love it all. But time will tell, will it not? Right, so before I get cracking, I do have a discount code. So at any point during this video, feel free to open up another window and go shopping. I do have brushes as well, because I thought I can't be doing a Delilah makeover without brushes. So I'm going to be going through the brushes. First things first, I'm going to go for this one because this one just looks absolutely beautiful. So Delilah logo there. Gorgeous kind of, it's almost like it's not a rose gold, it's more like a bronze colored metal. And then the gorgeous cruelty-free synthetic bristles. This is what I will apply my base with. The bristles are super close together, so you're going to get a really good coverage, but it's also extremely soft. So it should place the product without dragging it too much. That's really, really important for a foundation brush. And then I've got 3 eye brushes. This one, ladies, has a slanted brush, so that is going to be ideal for applying any brow product. It's also a double ender, so it has a smudgy brush as well, so that would be ideal for under the eyes. Everybody uses brushes very, very differently. I might swap these over, but generally that is going to cover me for today's video. First things first, ladies, I'm going to be trying their Wake Up Mist. This is supposed to be an absolute bestseller on their website. A is a wake up mist. It's going to add hydration to your skin. It is a spray. That's going to wake up the skin. It's going to add and infuse the skin with moisture. And then I think it also acts as a bit of a setting spray after you've applied the makeup, adding a little bit more hydration into the skin without moving it. So it's going to be a very, very fine mist. This is what I've gathered by reading what it says on the website. It's absolutely packed with goodness. So I'm going to give this a go. Wow, I'm getting holiday here. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's cooling as well, so I can feel it kind of just, it's doing what it says on the tin. I'm suffering quite badly with hay fever today, so my eyes do need waking up. This is something as well you can carry around with you. You can put it in your handbag and you can give yourself a little spritz throughout the day if you just need like just a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a, oh, okay, hello, yeah, back in the room. So yeah, it's not, and that comes in at £34. As you know, I'm not a primer girl, but I am for Delilah. So we're 100% going to give their primer a go. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but their packaging is absolutely monstrous. How refreshing. So this is their Underwear Future Resist makeup primer. Again, with this bronzy rose gold lid and pump. But look at this gorgeous reflective packaging. It's absolutely stunning. Let's give this a go. I'm only going to go 3 pumps. I'm just going to evenly apply it over the face. Oh, well, it's cool. It smells incredible, like the mist. Do you know what? It feels like a really thick serum. So not only is it supposed to prep the skin, it actually is supposed to kind of instantly blur the skin. It's got that primer texture, ladies, 100%. It's full of peptides as well, which is really good for your skin. And as all primers are supposed to do, it provides that nice smooth layer so that when you apply your foundation, it applies more smoothly. So we will see, but it feels beautiful. So far, so good, ladies. Right, let's get some makeup on this face. I'm feeling very, very bare. What's great about Delilah is they haven't gone and produced a million different types of foundations. They have got Alibi, which is their full coverage foundation, and they have their Skin Tint, which is by their new Wake Up range. So they have a few products which I'm assuming do really, really well. So that is what we're going to test today. First things first, I'm actually going to do the Skin Tint first because this is part of their new Wake Up collection. So I went for the color bronze. There's only 4 shades on the website, and this is what's great about a skin tint because it doesn't provide you with full coverage. You're not having to match up your neck and the rest of your body with your face. With a skin tint, if you can get something near close enough to your skin, it will blend in and just give you that kind of slightly more even coverage. So it's not as important, but of course I did have to watch the videos online, and let me tell you, those videos online are so helpful. I'm actually going to use my fingers. Oh, you see how dark that looks? We're going to see how that goes on my skin. That has got such a beautiful finish. So if you wanted just, you know, just a natural glow, a little bit of colour, and how dark that looked before I put it on, and actually you can see that's a good colour for me. So I'm happy with that. And that's the kind of product that I would put on in the day. I don't want a full coverage. That is an ideal product to use. I wanted to show you that before I put the foundation on, just so you can see how it looks on the skin, because we're actually going to be moving on to the foundation, which is a full coverage. Right, ladies, I've moved into another position because facing that way with the sunlight shining on my face, I look like a beacon. Anyway, hopefully this lighting is a little bit better for you. Loving it. It's very natural and a slight evening out of the face. Definitely much more of a daytime product. However, today's video is going to be much more of a full face. So we are going to be using their Alibi foundation. Now this, ladies, is a product I've not tried. It's obviously in a very similar packaging, as in color-wise, to my Time Frame foundation. It's waterproof, it's sweat-proof, and apparently it has a very skin-like texture. So I'm so excited to try this. I got this one in the color Bamboo, ladies. I'm going to use this amazing foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply Wowsa. I can tell you it's amazing already. Ladies, that is unbelievable coverage, and I know you're probably thinking that's too pale for you, Emily. What it's doing is it's knocking out all of the red from my skin. Look at the texture of that on my skin. Wow, 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 ladies. I mean, now I look like an anemic prawn, but you know the process, ladies. You know the process. I'll tell you something, you're not gonna need any setting powder with this. This brush is incredible, but how good does the texture of my skin look there? Wow, yes, I'm really chuffed with that. I'm gonna have to get used to that. It's a very different beast, I can tell you that for nothing. My Time Frame in Pebble, it is more of a kind of a thick moisturizer, but I thought it had good coverage. That is mega coverage. But as you can see, I now look like an anemic prawn. Right, I think we need a little bit of concealer, and I've gone for both just because I want to try and I want to show you the difference between both of their concealers. So I've got the Take Cover Radiant Cream Concealer, which comes with a little Dauphinoise, which I call them, which comes like so. I think they're called Dauphin. And then you've got the creamy crayon Farwell Cream Concealer. Now I got that one in Honey, and I got Take Cover Cream Concealer in Stone. One on one side and one on the other. I'll give you my honest opinion as to which one I think sits best with this foundation. So let's start off with the Farwell Cream Concealer. That looks good, does it not? That looks really good. I'm not used to applying it just from the stick, I've got to be honest. That's a good match. Yeah, a very good match. It does seem to just melt into the skin. I've got to say, that foundation has done a lot of concealing already. You can either apply with a brush or with your fingers. This kind of feels to me like it needs to be applied with a finger. Okay, first impressions. It's very moisturizing. It's probably going to need some kind of setting. It's made a very slight difference, but that's because the foundation has done so much already. But it is a beautiful concealer. You can see there's light reflection there if you want to keep that, or if you want to powder it down, you do you. I'm going to go in on this side with the cream concealer, which is in the shade Stone. There it is there. That's the color. And I'm going to go in where I would usually place my concealer. I'm actually going to use a brush for this, ladies. Good matches, and they definitely are kind of bringing more brightness to the under eye area. However, you can see the creamy stick is definitely more reflective, definitely got a little bit more oil in it, this one, whereas the cream concealer I feel has kind of set itself without it being too powdery, but it has definitely set itself, so you wouldn't need anything to set it. I'm going to go back over this side with a little bit more of the cream concealer because I think this is favoured. Definitely goes with this foundation. Definite. Look, see the difference? This is definitely kind of self-mattifying in a way. So yes, I do prefer this concealer. It just means I don't have to add any extra kind of under eye powdering. I'd definitely pair this with the Alibi foundation, which is what I've done today. This concealer, beautiful. It would actually go really well with that kind of more dewy look, that more kind of everyday look, less set, less, you know, full coverage. Right, I think we're gonna need a little bit of color on this face. Let's get some bronzer on the go. This is the one they've sent me. This is the one one I actually got out of my Better Beauty box, which is exactly the same, but this one has come in the packaging. So I'm going to show you how, if you bought it off the website, it would come like this, ladies. So this is their compact matte bronzer. This one's in the shade medium to dark, and it comes like this. Look at this adorable pink case. So cute. Like so, which is the same as the one that they've sent me. This one is in the medium dark, a good color, really good color actually. And this one, ladies, in this hand is the light medium, so you can see the difference. But listen, let's give them both a go. We'll start off with the lighter one. If it needs building up, we'll go in with the darker one, because it was suggested this was more my color. That's what it said on the website, so I'm going to go with it. Right, the brush I'm going to use is this beauty. This would be a fabulous brush as well for blusher, so I may just kind of use it all round. And we're going to go in slowly, placing the product. Do you know what, ladies? They weren't wrong. It's a lovely color. Did not think that that was going to be dark enough, but it is. As with all bronzers, you kind of go around the hairline, supposed to bring the shape of the face in, building a little bit of shape to the face. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Exactly what I did on the other side, on this side, and blend. Do you know what? It blends beautifully as well. What I tend to do is still keep it on the higher parts of the cheeks, because if you're naturally tanning, that's going to get the color up there. A little bit on the nose. That's really surprising, ladies, because I did think that I'd need to incorporate the darker color, but actually that color has made that really surprised, and I'm pleased I went in with the lighter color as well. I feel like I need to go into this one and just kind of, I don't know, just put a little bit on so I know that I have done it. So let's just see quite how dark this is. Yeah, so you can see there's more depth to that colour. Well, I'll just do a little bit over the top. Can't have too much bronzer, can you? Absolutely beautiful, that, ladies. Wow. So price-wise, these come in at £39, all 5-star reviews on their website. So amazing. And that doesn't surprise me at all. Absolutely buzzing about that as well. We're doing good. Right, before we do the blusher, which is kind of your natural progression after this, we're going to do eyebrows. I feel like they've been foundationed into my face. Brow products wise, ladies, they do have a defining brow gel. However, because this is a full face review, I did want to do a little bit more definition with the eyebrows, and I am aware that I do need to re-dye them because they're quite pale now. This, ladies, is their brow line pencil. Now, if I remember rightly, comes with a mascara wand type applicator, so that's good to just brush through the brows, get them going in the right direction before you go in. The other end is your pencil, and it's retractable. Gosh, it's really teeny tiny. I'm going to try and give that a go, ladies. Ooh, okay, so I'm just going to brush through what I've done already. As you can see, it's added depth of colour. It's quite precise, so I can actually kind of create a much smoother line. So I can create that arch and make it more defined. But it's giving a lot more shape, a lot more definition, a lot more kind of finish to the look. So I'm going to go in and do the other side. The colour is absolutely perfect for me. So this is in the sable. It gives quite a natural appearance. There's nothing too harsh there. But anyway, we're starting to frame the eyes, which is very important. Let's do a little bit of blusher, because this actually is a liquid blusher. I denied whether to get the powder blusher. I thought, no, I always go for powder blushers, and I want to see how this kind of works with the Alibi foundation. So, and it says it does. So let's absolutely give it a go. This is Delilah's In Bloom Radiant Liquid Blusher. It comes in 3 different shades. This one, Tiger Lily. It's all come back to me now. So it's a very kind of orangey, pinky color. You know, I always kind of go for these corally colors. There she is. I was going to show you on the back of my hand. Oh, wow. That is very pretty. Does a little go a long way? I think it does. Right, I've wiped off my bronzer brush. I want to use this as a blusher as well, just to see which product I prefer using with it. I'm actually going to put it on the brush. I won't go too much on each side. Don't be too scared, just get it rubbed in. I think with a liquid blush as well, you're gonna bring that glow back. You're gonna bring back that radiance. I'm really chuffed with that. Don't need a lot, do I? Just a little bit does go a long way. Wow. I mean, tiny little blob, that's gonna last for years. It's absolutely beautiful. Do you know what I'm gonna try? A little bit on my lips. Subtle. I did have foundation on my lips, so that's kind of gone a little bit paler, but smells absolutely gorgeous, I must say. But yeah, as a cheek colour, that is really pretty, very subtle. It's just the right undertones that I love in a blusher. Just a little bit more, Emily. Gorgeous, love it. There's no separation with the foundation or the concealer. The liquid blush has absolutely blended beautifully in with the other products I've got on my face. So yeah, I'm really, really chuffed with that. They come in at £24. That's gonna last you years. If you think about the kind of initial shock when I put the Alibi foundation on, thinking, oh, I'm about 3 shades too light here, would you say that now? You wouldn't. Right, let's get some colour on these eyes. Let's give a little bit of life to the eye area. Now, they have these beautiful eyeshadow palettes. Gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. Hello. You've got 9 different colours inside, and I went for the palette Venus. That just looks like absolute heaven to me. Wow. So you've got your matte colours, you've got your base colour, you've got your crease colour there, you've got your underline colour there, and you've also got a little bit of vavavum with these beautiful, beautiful sparkles, which we will 100% be using. When it comes to a base colour, this one, although it looks very unexciting, this is the colour that you really want to be going for. It's that colour for a reason. And what you're doing is you're basing, not basting, basing your lid. It's always darker than you think. And just stopping at the crease line. So just go into there. You can go quite hard. It doesn't really hurt. Definitely a very subtle base colour like so. And then you build up. Next thing, I'm going to go in with the one below it. And I'm going in with the denser brush because this is going to go into the crease line. As you can see, we're just adding depth there. Right, now I'm going to go underneath the eye, and what I'm going to do is go in with my slanted brush under the eye line. It's creating that natural flick. And then if I spin around, got this little brush and I'm going to blend it. So I've just put a little line of the powder under both eyes, then I've smudged it with the little smudgy brush, and you're just starting to get a little bit of definition coming there. By no means finished, but you can start seeing things are happening. What I'm gonna do is, I'm probably gonna blend these 2 colors and start going in above the lid to start adding a little bit of a shush. How pretty is that? Really, really pretty. Underneath the eye, I'm going to add a little bit of the goldy colour under there as well, just to kind of bring it in. I'm not sure what to do with this one yet. I might save that for another look, but I'm definitely going to be putting this one in the corner of the eyes. That will really punch them out. That's really coming together, ladies. I am going to go in with just a very thin layer of eyeliner on the top lid before we go in with the mascara. This isn't a Delilah product. I don't believe they do a liquid liner, but I will be going in with my own. I've got the one called Intense. It's volumizing and defining, which is a day to night buildable mascara. And I've mentioned this before. I love to be able to go back in a little bit later on and be able to build and it not have gone all crispy. And I think you'll know what I mean by that. This apparently dries and then you can apply again, apply again, apply again throughout the day. So that was definitely the one I was going to go for. They do have, however, another one called Definitive, which is volumizing and defining mascara. It doesn't say that it's buildable, so it might might dry a lot quicker. Ooh, that's a good wand. Let's give it a go. It's very smooth. It's going through the lashes like it's a moisturising mascara. That's how it feels. This comes in at £28, ladies. It's gliding through the lashes. It's not clumping, it's literally coating the lashes I've got. I'm gonna go on the lower lash as well and just see how it is, because you know what, there's not many mascaras that are just as good on the upper lash as they are on the lower lash. So I have a lower lash mascara and an upper lash mascara. First world problems, eh? Oh, this is good on the lower, and I'll tell you why. Because it's such a thin wand, it's ideal. I'm not blessed with good lashes, I've got to be honest, so probably a good person to test these things out. Really chuffed with that. Very, very, very happy with that. On both the top lid and the bottom lid, it's buildable as well, which is amazing. They're both £28, fine. So there's two different mascaras and they're both £28. I don't know what the other one's like, but that one delivered. Right, we've left, as we always do, the lips till the end, which is a shame because you've had to look at these awful lips for the whole of this video. But anyway, we're going to sort them out now. First things first is their lip liners, and these do look very, very special, I must say. Same packaging, really, really gorgeous. Now this one is in the shade Buff. It looks quite pink on the packaging, but I have hope that it isn't as pink as they say. There it is. Just so you know, in the lip department, they have lip liners, lip gloss, lipstick, lip oil, and then you can buy like collections of. Lip liners wise, it comes in 4 different shades. This is a long wear retractable lip pencil, so you do not need to sharpen it. It just keeps going and going and going. They come in at £22.50. I obviously thought, right, let's go for a little bit of colour. So this, ladies, is in the colour Buff. Let's give it a go. It comes off really smoothly, and the shape of it is brilliant actually, because you've got the little tip at the end, very, very defined, nice line. Then the fact that it tapers, it just kind of colours just underneath as well. I've got to say, it's really good. It's coming off beautifully. I'm able to create that really nice lip line. I'm going to go over it again. Really, really enjoying that. That is a beautiful, beautiful lip liner. I am going to get it in the more nude color, which I believe is the Naked. But for the purpose of this look, we are going a little bit more pinky than I normally do. We're now going to move on to this bad boy. This is their cream lipstick in the color Muse. Now this again, oh my God, all the colors that they've got on the website, they're absolutely beautiful. But again, I didn't really know where to go. So we will see. Is a colour, oh my gosh. Okay, it might not totally go with my lip liner, but this is the colour I was absolutely hoping for. I'm so excited. Bearing in mind I'm blending it in with the kind of lip liner colour, but that on its own or with a more nude lip liner, wow. It's so unbelievably moisturising. Is that or is that not a me colour? Me. 13 colours that this lipstick comes in, £27.50. That colour is just stunning. They've had loads of awards as well with this lipstick. So again, another award winner, which is really, really exciting. I'm so happy about that. So that is, I mean, that's immediately going into my everyday makeup box faux show. Right, and then to top it all off, this probably isn't again the right colour to go on top of that colour, but I did my best on the website. So this is their lip gloss. This comes in 5 different colours, ladies. This colour is in Modesty, which when you look on the website, it looks very pale. So I thought, okay, it's just a little bit of a gloss over the top. Actually, it looks quite an intense colour. So in hindsight, let's have a look what other colours they had. Jewel would have looked good over this colour. Minx, Oh, Minx looks good. Cupid. I probably should have gone for Cupid. But anywho, I can test how shiny it is, what it smells like. Oh my gosh, that is an amazing smell. I mean, if you don't mind the smell of kind of strawberries and raspberries. Wow. Wow, okay. I'm really excited. Those glosses come in at £24. The shine, amazing. I'm really, really chuffed with that. Right, I've just discovered a couple of other items which I forgot to put on my face. So I've got this eyeliner, which I completely forgot. So they have one eyeliner and it is a cream retractable eyeliner. This is in the color Twig. Yes, so it's a dark, dark, intense, warm brown. You've got to remember the warmth there, especially as you get older. You don't want anything too ashy. And then in the waterline. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the medium to dark bronzer around the hairline. Now we've got a bit more color on the face, we can inject a little bit more to the face, not be so scared. I can also use the bronzer just to go in a little bit more depth in the eyes. And a last little flush of blush. And last but not least, ladies, their highlighter. It comes in 2 shades, I believe, and I think I've definitely gone for the right one. So this is in the shade Aura, and they also have the shade Lustra. I don't know if you can focus in on that. That's gonna give an unbelievable sheen. So that's what I'm hoping this is gonna do. I've brushed off my brush again so that we can go in with this different product. And then what you do is you really kind of concentrate just on the areas gently where you would naturally glow. Can you see that that's starting to come, that sheen? Look at that. Oh, did I go too heavy there? Wow, ladies. I think we've stumbled across a blimming good highlighter, illuminating powder. Now, are you seeing any particles? I'm not seeing any particles. That just seems to be natural glow. I'm gonna focus in on these bits here. That's where you're gonna see it. See? Right up the top there. I'm not gonna put any on my nose because I don't think it needs exaggerating. But what I was quite keen to do was just try a little bit under the brow. Oh, look at that. A little goes a long way. But look at that. See how it just highlights underneath the brow? Really pretty. It just finishes off that look. This is everything I wanted from this product and more, actually. And the colour is spot on. That look, I mean, that couldn't be more kind of a beautiful glow, could it? Just a little bit more here. Now, admittedly, this is a bit of a full face. This is a I'm going out. However, there are products and key products in here which don't need to be part of a full face makeup. For example, let's have a look at this again because this is the time now when I can spray my face and it will set. Let's give it a go. I always get worried about this because you spend so much time doing your makeup and you think, oh God, I don't want it to run. But from how it settled on my skin earlier, it's not going to do that. So I'm more than happy to do this. God, that smell is just unreal. That mist is amazing. The primer, if you're gonna go full face, absolutely, it's huge. Your Radiant Skin Tint, that is a good everyday product. I loved it. It just adds a little bit of glow and a little bit of coverage, which is amazing. Of course, I've got my favorite Delilah foundation, which I will do a review on at some point, I promise. The foundation, you cannot deny that that is a full coverage foundation. So if you are looking for an amazing color correcting full coverage foundation, I would absolutely have a look at the Alibi foundations. You've got the bronzers, which obviously, as you can see, they worked amazingly. The Aura illuminating powder at the end, which was just amazing. The lipsticks, the concealers, all of it. And the buildable mascara, which actually, should we just do one more load? I have very short, stubby, dry lashes, and I'm sorry, but pretty impressive if you ask me. There we go, ladies. So honestly, if my hair wasn't greasy, I'd take this out. You don't want to see my hair today. We're not here for the hair, we're here for the makeup. Ladies, this is the final look. As you can tell, I'm absolutely buzzing. Every single product I've been so impressed by. We must also not forget the brushes that I used today. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if you can add these to your collection, I absolutely would. They are so stunning. Right, I feel like I've been in my room for the whole day. Oh, I have. Don't forget the Wild collaboration from earlier on. 20% off everything on the website. They are absolutely absolutely beautiful. And why shouldn't we have beautiful deodorant cases? That's what I say. So the code for that is all the ladies 20. I'll pop it on screen and down below for you. Right, ladies, have an amazing weekend. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next week for a proper autumn Peacocks haul. Take care. Bye.